You've heard the rumors that the adjusting career can pay over $250,000 a year and requires no college. Sounds like a career that you would like to be a part of, but you don't know how to get started. Well, in this video, we'll talk about it. Hey everyone, this is Andy with Patterson Adjuster Training. In this video, I'm going to give you the 5 steps to becoming an insurance adjuster. Now make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I will tell you how you might be able to complete all 5 steps at one time. Now before we get into the video, I wanted to let you know I put together a roofing field guide, a hurricane checklist, and a group of Xactimate macros. Now the roofing field guide shows you the most common roofing components you're going to see while working a wind hail event. The hurricane checklist gives you a list of items that you need to pack if you're ever deployed to work a hurricane. And then the Xactimate macros that I put together will help you write estimates faster, which will allow you to handle more claims and make more money. These are all free. I have links in the video description below, so make sure you take advantage of those items. Now, back to the video. 5 steps to becoming an adjuster. Step 1, research. Put some time into researching the job. The more you learn, you may decide this is not something you want to do. Also, try to arrange a job shadow that you can follow somebody around just to observe and see what they do. The other thing that you can do for research is talk to successful adjusters. Talk about the pros, talk about the cons. Now this research, you're also going to determine what areas of claims you want to focus in on. Do you want to do homeowners? Do you want to do auto? Do you want to do desk? Do you want to do field? Do you want to do daily claims? Or do you strictly want to work catastrophe? Step 2, get your adjuster license. Start with your home state. Now if you live in a state that doesn't require an adjuster license, then you're going to want to get a designated home state license, usually Texas or Florida. This will allow you to get future licenses due to the reciprocity agreements between licensing states. Now usually desk adjusters will want to get more licenses than field adjusters. Why is that? Well, typically field adjusters are really just in one state, working that one state at a time. They may cross state lines and work 2 states, but desk adjusters are handling claims virtually, so they may be working multiple states. If you're working claims in a state that requires an adjuster license, you have to be licensed in that state. So let me give you an example. Let's say you live in Nebraska and are handling claims from your home. Nebraska has no licensing requirement for adjusters. However, the claims that you're working include Minnesota, Montana, Nevada, and Oklahoma. Now these states do require an adjuster license. You would have to have an adjuster license for Montana, Minnesota, Nevada, and Oklahoma to legally handle claims in these states. So make sure you get your adjuster license. So at this point, you've researched the job, you've attained some adjuster licenses, now you're ready for a deployment. Let's get out there and get busy, right? Wrong. Do not do that. The next step is probably the most important. Step 3, training. It's interesting to me that some folks say you can skip this step, you don't need training, or you can just get out there and wing it.
Come on!
Others say you may need training, but don't ever pay for it, just get the training for free. Don't listen to those people. New adjusters don't have the luxury of experience, so that is why training is so important. How else are you going to know what you're doing? And to talk more about that, you need to get training from someone who has done the job, who is knowledgeable, who has experience, and more importantly, has the heart of a teacher. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about someone who cares about your success and that's not just trying to sell you something. So Andy, are you saying we shouldn't pay for training? Absolutely not. I'm saying be careful where you decide to spend your training dollars. If you're buying a course from a company that has never put out any free content or material that helps adjusters, I would question that company's motives. Why does everything that they have a price tag on it? Obviously, businesses have to make money to stay in business, but that doesn't mean that you have to pay for every single piece of content they have available. You need to know Xactimate. You need to know how to scope a loss, damage and material identification, how to set up your day, how to schedule your claims. So 2 places that I would look at that are really good resources and really good places to go would be Adjuster TV and MoCap. Both of these companies have a heart for the adjuster. Their success is tied to your success. So in their minds, if you don't succeed, they're not succeeding. Now, as a side note, I am working on some in-person Xactimate and scoping training. Details coming soon. Now, step 4 in the 5 steps to becoming an adjuster: equipment. Get the tools of the trade, such as a computer, printer, ladder, tape measure, flashlight, tool belt, chalk, cougar paws, etc. Now, don't go out and buy a brand new truck and a travel trailer. Starting out, only get the equipment you need to do the job. I love gear as much as anyone, but use a little self-control when you're first starting out and only get exactly what you need. Step 5 to becoming an adjuster: get on rosters. If there are IA firms that you know you want to work for, then go ahead and get on their roster. Now, once you're on rosters, make sure you update your roster profile with your resume, your relevant skills and experience. And you may say, well, I don't have any relevant skills or experience. Okay, well, let me give you an example. Let's say that you worked at a call center and your main job was dealing with upset customers. Make sure you get this into your profile, because this is a transferable skill to the adjusting world. Also, make sure you stay in touch with these firms. During CAT season, I would call them weekly just to say, hey, is there anything going on? I just updated my profile, I'm ready to go. Keep me in mind if something happens. That way it gets your name in front of them and keeps your name in front of them. If they get to know you, then you're going to have a better shot of getting deployed, especially if you've done the first 4 steps that we just talked about. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there may be a way to accomplish all 5 steps at one time, and that is attend the NACA Convention. NACA stands for National Association of Catastrophe Adjusters. Now, you don't have to be a catastrophe adjuster to attend NACA. It's open to all adjusters. The NACA Convention is probably the single best place to research the adjuster career. You'll be able to talk to adjusters, you can get training, licensing information, you'll be able to talk to the IA firms, get signed up on their rosters. It's all about networking. You can get to know the firms, they can get to know you. I will put a link in the description below for the NACA Convention. Anyway, guys, just to recap what we talked about: step 1, research; step 2, licensing; step 3, training; step 4, equipment; step 5, get on the roster. If you do these 5 steps, then you've got a good foundation in your new career. Anyway, guys, I hope that video helps. I will see you in the next one.